In this video, I'm going to share with you my exact process of how I make a video newsletter to update my current clients as they are going through their buyer's process or their seller's process. So usually I make these newsletter updates that are specific to my clients that have already signed an agreement. As you know, it can be difficult to make sure that we're keeping all of our clients and all of these balls in the air. And so I wanted to share with you how I help streamline my process in making sure that my current clients are being nurtured properly and that they're feeling like they can continue to trust our relationship regardless of what type of process they're going through, again, either on the buyer side or on the seller side. So as I go through this, I'm going to get more specific with you depending on if I am talking to a buyer or if I'm talking to a seller, and step you through from start to finish what I do to make a video newsletter. So let me jump right in and share with you my screen so that you can see where I start. I start first with researching. That's going to be your starting point for all of your videos. This is going to help you so much get an idea of exactly the content that you're wanting to share with your clients. So remember, you want to make sure that you know, first of all, exactly what you're wanting to do with the video that you're making for your clients. So the whole intention of making a video newsletter is to make sure that you're continuing to inform your clients, number one, and number two, keep them engaged in the process of not only communicating and talking to you, but in their own process of being successful in their buying experience or their selling experience. So I start with researching, and here you can see my screen first with interest rates, because as we know, interest rates can affect what is happening for how long a house stays on the market, if it's not priced properly, and or if you are working specific with buyers, it really affects exactly how much they're going to be able to borrow and their price point for the home that they're buying. So this is where I start in researching interest rates first. So I keep myself current and updated on what's going on with interest rates. But this is also something that I specifically share with my clients so that they know what they're dealing with on a week-by-week basis. As we know, interest rates have been changing and fluctuating so much, so fast. So even you can see in this specific graph how drastically interest rates have changed right over these past few months, and how significant that is with helping with expectations of your clients. And so I first like to educate my clients and giving them a real up-to-date picture on what's going on with interest rates. Then I go to researching nationally and locally. So this is our local paper. It's not a paper anymore because everything's electronic, but you know what I mean. I feel like I'm dating myself when I say paper. But this is our local news outlet. And so I just go on here and I scroll through and see what is happening locally. Now here in my local area, there's a lot that is being built and coming to this area every single month, every single day, every single week. And so I scroll through the news to see what my clients would really benefit from knowing. Now, recently there was a theme park that was announced that was going to be built right here in the local area. It's caused a huge uproar with the community, positive some, but majority negative, and or just not having information about what is going on. So this headline stands out to me specifically about the theme park and how now they're going to be building a hospital here. And I am thinking about whether this is information that will help serve my clients in their process, right? So let's first talk about our buyers. Is this going to help my buyers? Is this news going to help my buyers make a more informed decision? If I'm scrolling through this, yes, it will, because some of my buyers have started having some questions about all that is coming to this area. Some want to change their plan based off of all of this news that's being announced with the theme parks and now with this big hospital coming here. Some want to pivot and not move into this area, and they want to have a completely different area that I give them information about. Some are very excited about that. So as I scroll through this, I see that this hospital, my clients would really want to know this. On the flip side, if I have sellers or if I have people that are starting to prepare to sell, this is great information for them to know, hey, this is what's coming to the area. It may or may not affect the pricing that they will ultimately decide to put their house on the market for. So that is a local news outlet that I use. Then I go and I research on a national level. Now, this is what people usually are getting when they are scrolling on their phone. It pops up on their phone on Yahoo. Hey, this is what's going on in the news. So I also like being informed about what my clients are actually reading. So I can either educate them on it, have them pay attention to it, or basically have them ignore it. The Wall Street Journal on real estate, I like to scroll through this as just one of the many different websites that I scroll through and just get some various information on. I work with a lot of luxury clients, so the Wall Street Journal focuses towards my ideal client. So make sure that as you're doing your research, everything you have your ideal client in mind as you are scrolling through. So I have looked through this ahead of time just to save your time. But certain things that stood out to me within this article was basically how luxury real estate is being marketed throughout the nation and throughout the world. So this is really helpful for me just on a marketing side, because that is one of our major jobs, right? Is to market the properties for our listings. Is how do they market their properties here nationally? And what can my clients benefit from knowing based off of any type of this information, right? So it doesn't just have to be boring when it comes to pricing or headlines, right? Like I really like this article right here where it comes to living room design and what they are keeping in mind with the design of their home. Number one, this helps my clients just have some different type of content to take in from me. And again, it changes things up a little bit. But number two, as we know, staging and the way that homes are placed on the market is so important. So this helps me educate my clients as to what other people and other listings are doing so that they can keep in mind and create a plan as to how they're going to want to do that if they are planning on listing their property. So these are all just different ways that you can help nurture the relationship that you have with your clients as you pop into their inbox every single week with your newsletter. And again, it'll make your newsletter have some personality to it instead of just being boring and giving them facts, right? And so one of the other things that I research is Inman. I just scroll through here again and see, what would speak to my clients specifically. Now, I really like this first headline right here. Why is this economist saying today's market is not a do-over of 2008? That really speaks to my ideal clients. A lot of my ideal clients are teetering between how much they want to push their upper limit for their budget when it comes to how much they're wanting to spend in their next level. We've got a luxury market out here. And so I am noticing that a lot of my clients that are kind of in this waiting period of a development that is going to be launched here in the next few months, they're trying to decide how much do they really want to spend. So this article is going to help me help them make those decisions and help them be the most educated in their process. Then finally, after I get all of my information together, I pop over here to Loom and I make them a quick video. And what I like about doing Looms, at least right now, is that I can just make a new video. It's really simple, you guys. Just do not overcomplicate this process because all your clients are wanting is information from you, right? And so just pop over here, make a new video, click on that button. And I'm not going to do that because I've tried to do that before. And when I'm recording both, it causes a lag and it causes problems. But if you're wanting to see my final result of the video that I am making, I will also put that in. Just let me know in the comments below what you're wanting to see from me, and I can make another video and actually share with you how I record that video and what it looks like when I send that newsletter out to my clients. But I literally simply make a video here. I click new video and I record it right inside of Loom. And what I do is, again, I'm not going to do this right now because it will cause a lag, but I make sure to share my screen and have my camera on. So you can see here, there will be a delay, but you can see that my camera is on. Now you wanna make sure that your camera's on so that your clients can see you, they can engage with you. And let me just turn that off so it's not distracting. I am gonna put my screen only on here. But you want your clients to engage with you, connect with you, and continue to form that strong relationship with you throughout their experience with you. This is a fantastic way of doing that. Now, as I record on my screen, I'm just gonna share with you what I would do as I scroll through. So this is an image that I would share with my clients during the Loom so that they can see some of the things that I am specifically talking about. Again, so that it's more engaging and they'll actually want to watch my video from start to finish. I'm not just giving them interest rates or boring things. You want to keep asking yourself, would I watch my own video? And the way that people are going to watch your video is by changing things up and continuing to add what's called a pattern interruption in your content, making sure that you're changing your screens so that they're not getting bored with just seeing you sit there making a video, but you're giving them information that they really want, they can engage with. And this is a very colorful image that I found online that, again, helps educate my buyers and sellers about this theme park that is coming to the area. That is a pattern interrupt that I would do. Then I would go back to my Loom right here and I would literally simply switch these tabs that I have open. And do you see how easy it is to do those pattern interrupts so that you are giving them up-to-date current information and then coming back to your screen so that they know that you are engaged in your content. You also know your way around your screen, the information that you're wanting to share with your clients so that they stay engaged. And then call to action. Call to action, make sure that you are being very concise and simple with what you want your clients to do after they watch your video. Usually the call to action that I give my clients is to reach out and ask me a specific question. I want them to stay engaged in their entire process with me through their experience. And usually these can take months, right? So if I am having continual dialogue with my clients and encouraging them to reach out to me and ask me questions about specific things, it keeps our relationship current and fresh. And it also helps me know where they are in their process, because maybe they're like some of my clients this weekend literally reached out and texted me and were like, Chrissy, I'm really worried about this theme park. And so I was able to connect with them right away and say, okay, when you have a minute, go out there and drive. I want you to go from this point, which is where they're wanting to build their house, to that other point where they're having reservations and the questions and they're seeing all these things on the news. Well, that client ended up doing that this weekend, texted me back and was like, Chrissy, you're right. It's really not as close as I thought it was. And so that helps you continue to stay engaged with your clients as they're going through their experience, because that could have been a buyer that was like, never mind, I don't want to buy. And now they still really are engaged in their process. So I want to know what you are doing with your newsletters. If you have different ideas, I would love to have more of a dialogue with you. Comment below in this video and let me know. Have you tried this? What are some of your biggest challenges when it comes to making these video newsletters? And you know, I always love hearing from you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.